Could there be some 4th of July fireworks in Auburn's favor on the recruiting trail? Let's see.
In the world full of podcasts, he's the undisputed heavyweight champion of hot takes, an Auburn sports homer, master of the boog, and message board legend. Get your buttons buttoned and your hats flattened because the Top Button Podcast is about to kick off, and you don't want to miss your courtside seat. Now, here's your host, Charlie 5.
Sir, we're back. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Rush, a.k.a. Charlie 5, and we're ready to get after it. Happy dadgum 4th of July. I hope everybody's going to have a very fun, long weekend, and hopefully, if things go according to plan today, around lunchtime, Auburn could go ahead and get the fireworks started early on the recruiting trail. We're going to talk about that in just a second, and then what to expect. You know, John Cohen put out that hard line date, August 1st. Okay, so what do we expect between now and then? What could go down? Could there be any commits added? Are we just in a hold and see pattern? We'll talk about that as well in just a second. But before we do that, let's give a quick shout out to Rhoback.com. Use coupon code BARN20 to take 20% off your order. Polos, hoodies, swimsuits, quarter zips, shorts, pants, they got it all. Show them some love. You'll love the style. You'll love the feel. And then when you use the coupon code, you'll love the price too. So check them out. Show them some love. It's Rhoback.com. July 4th has been a big commitment date for Auburn under Hugh Freeze. Ever since Hugh's been here, there's always been a 4th of July commit announcement. Last year, it was your tight end, Hollis Davidson. The year prior to that, it was DJ Barber, who you're hoping, you'll see some stuff from this season. Could there be another one on the way? I think there could be some fireworks again around lunchtime. I think Auburn is really, really looking forward to seeing if they can close a sort of under-the-radar athlete out of Georgia, Kentrell White from Midtown right there in Atlanta. This is another Kenyatta Watson special. He's listed as a wide receiver some places. He's listed as an athlete other places. He's listed as a tight end other places. And the cool thing is he fits all those criteria. He plays both sides of the ball in his high school. 6'4", 210, jumbo-sized athlete. Auburn's done a really good job, in my opinion. I really think if you guys go see his huddle, you'll understand what I'm about to say. Kentrell is a true, in my opinion, and from others that have witnessed it, I think he's a true 4'5" guy at 6'4", 210. And he's somebody that I felt like Auburn has kept out of the limelight, so to speak. Have kind of kept him hidden. Virginia Tech found him and came on really hard. And I think it's between Auburn and Virginia Tech. I think last year he had close to 1,000 all-purpose yards. He returns kickoffs. He lines up wide at wide receiver. He lines up in line at some, in some jumbo sets at tight end. And then he plays free safety as well. Can you imagine a 6'4", 210-pound lurking free safety back there? And he excels at all those positions. He had over 40 catches in 8 games last year and 10 total touchdowns. Some of those were kickoff returns. Some of those were slip screens. Get the ball behind the line of scrimmage, make a bunch of dudes miss and take it to the house. And these aren't, 5, 10-yard touchdowns. I mean, he's got the speed to take it to the house from anywhere. It's really honestly shocking to me that he's so underrated. It's really shocking to me when you watch his film. And I think whenever you see it, you'll agree. And we'll get a commit breakdown in our film room here a little bit later next week. But I think you'll see what I'm talking about. He's got athleticism in leaps and bounds. again, in his spring game, he put a tweet up about the spring game. He did just what I just mentioned. He took a slip screen, 70, 80 yards to the house. He's just a really, really interesting athlete. Another kid from Georgia, another Kenyatta Watson special. And I think Auburn's going to be getting a really good player here if they can close the deal. Now, it's really hard lately to predict anything as far as Auburn recruiting goes because mainly of everything that's been sort of culminating from an NIL perspective that kind of came to a head and kind of came out at the ambush event in Lake Martin. But I think Auburn still feels really good about this kid. And I think hopefully he can be our third in a row July 4th commitment. Kind of funny. Very similar player to maybe just a little bit more athletic, but a very similar player to Hollis Davidson. So you get back-to-back sort of those big, I don't know what you call them, just oversized wide receiver / tight end / athlete. You get one of those really good ones from the state of Georgia in back-to-back years. Again, I don't really understand why his ranking is what it is. It's like nobody knows about him. He's a 3-star on 247. He's unranked elsewhere. That just means there haven't been a ton of eyes on him. Well, I suspect after his commitment today, if it's Auburn or Georgia or Virginia Tech, I suspect there will be a lot of eyes that get on that film. And there's going to be a lot of eyes on his senior season. So when I see a film and I look at it, you just know that the kid's a player. When you can just see it and you just know this is one of those. So I challenge everybody, look up Kentrell White, HUDL, and tell me what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Effortless speed, great size, able to catch the ball down the field, able to catch the ball across the middle. He takes a slant. I think it's like his second or third highlight. He takes a slant, 60 yards, splits defenders, and he's not playing. I mean, they're playing good competition. I mean, like those Atlanta area schools. He's playing Lassiter, all of those different schools that that's where you got Philip Lutzenkirchen. I mean, he gets. It's not like he's playing in just a classification that is, a joke. He's playing against good competition. So hopefully we pull that one off today. We've felt like we've been taking some hits, taking them on the chin. This will be a good one for the 4th of July. Go ahead and get the fireworks started early. I think he plans to announce on his Instagram Live around 12:30 Central Standard, 1:30 Eastern, depending on where you are. So hopefully Auburn gets it done. That'd be huge, man. That'd be huge. Not going to bolster your ranking a ton, but I think the kid's a good player. So you go ahead and get a good player in the class and sort of maybe start kind of building some momentum towards this impending August 1st date and into the season. So we're going to talk about that and what to expect over the next couple of weeks leading up to that August 1st date in just a second. But first, let's have a word from our sponsors. So what should Auburn expect? John Cohen's basically said, we understand that we're not the highest at the moment, and that's fine because everything that's being thrown out right now is rumor, innuendo. It can't be confirmed until August 1st, when you can actually put firm offers on paper. So I say that to say it doesn't seem like any strategy is going to change between now and August 1st. So with that being said, what should we expect? I mean, that is 27 days away, okay? Basically a month. What should Auburn fans expect from a recruiting perspective, recruiting on the trail between now and then? I'm just going to be completely honest. I wouldn't expect much. I wouldn't expect much. I would not expect that Auburn's going to go on this run all of a sudden, unless they decide to change their strategy prior to August 1st, which after, the event a couple of nights ago does not seem to be the case. John Cohen's ready to call everybody's bluff. So he's either going to be the smartest guy in the room, or we're going to have to adjust. He's going to be I don't want to say the dumbest. He's either going to be the smartest guy in the room, or he's going to have made a pretty big mistake or got bad advice, and they're going to have to pivot quick and go in a different direction. But let's talk about July, okay? Who are realistic guys that Auburn could add over the next 27-ish days? I think there's two in particular to watch out for, okay? The first one is Adam. I can never say his name right. Balungun Ali. They call him Goon. Just go with Goon, okay? 4-star linebacker. He was supposed to commit on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, the 6th. So you're feeling like, maybe, just maybe, you get Kentrell White in the fold on the 4th. You turn around and you add Adam, just call him Goon again, on the following Sunday. And hey, maybe, you got a little bit of momentum rolling. But he's pushed it back 2 days. So he's now pushed it back to July 8th. Now, if he would have pushed it back a month, I probably would have been a little bit concerned as far as his commitment goes, because that would mean, let me back up a little bit. It felt like Auburn was the leader, okay? It was going to be Auburn that he was going to commit to on Sunday, okay? And typically, if you back your commitment up for a substantial amount, basically what you're saying is, I'm not 100% sure I want to commit to that school anymore on that day. He only backed it up 2 days, okay? So could that be a ceremony thing? Could it be a special date thing? I mean, 2 days is not really that big of a deal. So we'll see if Auburn can pull that one off on Tuesday of next week. That'd be a really good one. And then you still got my man, Jacquez Wilkes, out there. Boy, Auburn needs that commitment bad. Auburn needs that commitment in a bad way for so many reasons. State of Alabama, the distance from campus, top 100 player, top 10 in the state of Alabama. Just somebody that Auburn needs really bad. And then he's a really good player on top of that. Auburn, Miami, Texas A&M are all in the top 3. Some people feel like Texas A&M may be the biggest competition. And the longer this thing goes out, the little bit more nervous Auburn gets. I think he wants to have a commitment done before August 1st. That's one Auburn really, really needs. If that one doesn't go Auburn's way, I would start sounding the alarm. May have to start pivoting before August 1st. But again, we'll see. There's just not going to be a ton, it seems like, until that day comes. Until August 1st comes, it doesn't seem like there's going to be much action, because you're not changing anything. You're going to be doing the same things you've been doing this whole time that's yielded not very good results. But if those things happen, Auburn picks up Kentrell White today. Auburn picks up Adam, we're just going to call him Goon, on Sunday. And then maybe you get Jacquez Wilkes before that August 1st date. And then if the August 1st goes the way you think it's going to go, the way that they've sort of predicted it'll go, they being Auburn, John Cohen, maybe you can start turning up the heat on some guys that you talked to prior, and you have a little bit of a I told you so to go back to them with. So we'll see. Guys, y'all enjoy your 4th, man. It's a little bit shorter show. Y'all enjoy your 4th. Be safe. Have fun. Enjoy your family. and then we're going to get back after it next week. Hopefully, we got a commitment to talk about, and maybe we're on the verge of getting another one. And if anything else in between, we'll obviously discuss that as well. So, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again soon. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast. Stay button.
Thanks for listening, and drive home safely.